everybody, and welcome back to the Gifted Girl podcast. It's your host, D. What's going on? What's everybody been up to? What's happening? Today, because it's the first of the month, which means it's officially February, which means it's also Black History Month. So, plans for this month. Of course, we will be getting some history lessons on this podcast for the month of February. But what I really want to hone in on is each episode that I put out for the month of February, I'm going to be giving you all recommendations on Black-owned businesses that you can support. Remember, support comes in many forms. It's not always in the form of purchasing a product or sending money. It can be in the form of listening to a podcast. Say the Gifted Girl podcast. This is a Black-owned business. It could also be in the form of shouting that person out on social media or, reposting something that they've posted regarding their business and letting people that you follow know, hey, there's this business out there, go support them. So I'm going to be giving, recommendations on Black-owned businesses for the month of February, starting with my own. The Gifted Girl podcast, it isn't just a podcast. It is actually a business that I am starting. So that's why on my Instagram and on my Facebook, you see it say the Gifted Girl Co. as in company. It's not, just a podcast. I'm starting off with the podcast, but of course, my plans are to add on to the business, later on. Also this month, we will be talking about finances in our podcast. Because it's tax season. So everybody has either done their taxes already or are preparing to do their taxes or are in the middle of doing their taxes but got stuck because their employer still hasn't sent their W-2. I'm not bitter, I'm just saying. Or you haven't started your taxes yet, or maybe you have a tax person that you have to go to, what have you. But it's tax season, so people are about to either get an influx of money or you're gonna unfortunately owe. So we want to switch gears. We want to talk about finances so we could talk about the best ways to use your tax refund if you're getting one, how to implement changes for your financial health and your financial well-being. Tonight, we're going to do a bit of a recap. I didn't do, the 2019 recap at the start of the podcast. Not because I didn't want to, it just hadn't crossed my mind at the time. But I thought I should do it now technically it's the beginning of a new month, but January just ended of a new year of a new decade. So I want to know, how was your 2019? How did that end? How did it start? What did you go through? What did you come out of? And how has this year started for you, this new year, this new decade? How has January 2020 gone for you? There have been so many things in the world that has already happened and it's only January. I want to know what is personally going on in your life. I'm going to talk about what goals have you set? How many of them came to fruition in January? Were there some that you set in 2019 that didn't happen and now they're happening this year already? Or some goals that you set for this year, in this year, or that you set, most people do the vision boards at the end of the previous years. At the end of 2019, a lot of people did vision boards. We did our vision boards. When I say we, I mean me and my family. We did our vision boards New Year's Day was when we completed our vision boards for 2020 and, thereafter. We also are going to talk about what plans you have for February. Are there any goals that you wanted to accomplish in January that either didn't happen or aren't quite complete yet that you want to try to get done in February, or goals that you had planned, in 2019 that still haven't happened yet that you're working towards, getting done in February. Starting with myself. I am, for those who don't know, I am actually also a financial advisor. I do have more than one form of income, praise the Lord, and that is one of them. I started working with the organization as a financial advisor in December of 2018. I actually started because my best friend brought the opportunity to me. And at the time, I was not focused on it at all. It was not something that I had really planned on doing, was gonna do, whatever. It just was not in my foresight. But I signed up because my best friend asked me to, and I trusted her, and I knew she's not gonna have me sign up for something that's, a scam or a scheme or whatever. So I technically signed up for the business in December 2018. I actually started making an effort to do the business in 2019, starting in the summer. Probably a little bit before the summer, I started studying for my life insurance license. And I took my exam for my life insurance license in July, so I am licensed in the state of Maryland and Arkansas. And now I am working towards getting my securities license, securities meaning investments, so that I can solicit business to do investments and invest money for clients. So my goal for February, and I already have my first exam scheduled, I will be taking my Securities Industry Essentials exam towards the kind of mid-end of February. Once I get my test results back for that exam, then I will go ahead and start studying for the one that I have to take after I pass the initial exam. So that's what I'm working on for February. I'm going to start back, getting into that groove of studying for that exam so that I am prepared. And I will be taking that at the end of February. And of course, we'll let you all know how everything went and let you all know, what my next steps are after I pass that initial exam. So that's what my February is looking like. On top of, I am also in school full time. I go to school online. I'm in grad school for my Master's of Science in Project Management. I will be finished with that program this year in August. So I'm in my second year. I'm hanging tough. Pray for my strength and my mental energy, okay? And I also want to talk to you all about, future business plans. Of course, my business plans as far as being a financial advisor, the steps that I'm taking for that, getting my securities license and things of that nature. I also wanted to talk to you all about plans that I have for the Gifted Girl Company. Again, like I mentioned, I'm starting off with the podcast, but that's not where it's going to stop. That's not where it's going to stay. I have a great passion, always have had a great passion for planners and notebooks and journals and things of that nature. So my plan is at some point to actually develop and create a line of my own planners and my own journals and my own notebooks. I have a lot of ideas written down for them. It's just a matter of finding the resources to complete a project like that, as well as taking those ideas and actually putting them into action and actually making them into a tangible product. I think sometimes that's the hardest part, because when it's on paper, it's perfect. There's nothing that can go wrong because it's on paper. You can't mess it up on paper. Even if you do, you can scratch it out and say, okay, no, I don't like that. Let me do something else. And it's still perfect. But once you take that idea from paper and actually start to implement those plans and those ideas, of course, risks show up and things happen and things go wrong and things go right. So, it's intense and it's scary, but that is the plan for me to, at least in 2020, get the ball rolling for me to come out with my line of planners and notebooks and journals. I am also going to be, specifically for the Gifted Girl podcast, I'm going to be creating freebies, or printables, if you will. If you all have listened to my previous episodes, at the end of those episodes, I always give you all a challenge to complete. And so what I want to do is create trackers or printables for those challenges so that you can keep track of them, so that you can know what you're doing, so that you can know the steps to take. Because I always tell you all in giving those challenges to write everything down. Well, it'll be easier for you to write things down if you had a guide, and if you knew what you were supposed to be writing down, and if you had a template that said, okay, this is for me to work on such and such goal, I can put it in here. And it'll be all laid out for you, all nice and pretty, however you want to color code it and everything like that. So I do have one principle, okay. I do have one printable available already. It is for the challenge from episode 1, where we talked about accountability. I have that printable available. If you go onto my Instagram at the Gifted Girl Co., I have a link in my bio. It's one of those Linktree links. If you click on that link, it's a few, other links that it'll take you to. One of those links are the freebies or the printables for the podcast and the different challenges. So you can click on that link and it'll take you there, and you can download those printables and print them out and use those for the challenges that I give you and for the goals that you create. Also on that Linktree link is a scheduling calendar for my financial advising. If you are, let me rewind. Me being a financial advisor, being a financial coach, I do not charge you for the education. Whatever information I give you, it's absolutely free. If, however, you would like to opt into some products that we offer, of course, you do pay for those, but I do not charge a service fee for, providing you with financial education. I believe, and the organization that I work for, we believe that education should be free, which is why we don't charge a, service fee for meeting with you and having a consultation. With that being said, anyone can come to me and we have an appointment and I provide you with, information. However, if you would like to purchase products, like I said, I am life insurance licensed. If you reside in Maryland and Arkansas, I got you. And I can directly handle that information. If you are not, I will, without a doubt, do my research and find you someone in your state, in your area, that can better serve you. Yes, everyone loves making money, but I'm not trying to make money at the expense that someone is not properly covered and that their finances are not taken care of. So if you don't live in Arkansas or Maryland and I can't properly, sort through your finances with you, then I will find you someone within our organization that can, and I'll redirect you to them so that they can get the proper paperwork completed to get your finances together as you see fit. And that'll be the same once I am, which it will be. My goal is, sorry, I'm like talking all over the place, but My goal for my securities license, I want to be fully licensed by April. That's my goal. So once I get fully licensed in securities, the same will go for that. If you do not reside in the state that I'm licensed, I will be sure to find you someone that is in your area so that we can make sure, that happens and you get everything that you need and you get the full meal deal. I want you to get the full meal deal. But, for simple financial education, financial coaching, you want to go through and figure out your current financial status. You want to go through your budgeting and how you can make adjustments and how you can save more money and things of that nature. No matter where you are, you can come to me. You can have an appointment with me. I will do virtual appointments. So, even if we can't meet face to face, we can also do virtual appointments so that you can get, that information and that education and that coaching. So, if you would like to sign up and do that, you can also go onto that Linktree link in my Instagram bio. And the first tab is actually financial coaching. And that financial coaching link is to schedule an appointment with me. And then the links after that are geared toward the podcast. So you have the financial coaching appointments that you can schedule through Linktree. You can also get the podcast freebies that I'm going to upload, and you'll be able to go to that link and download those freebies and print them out and use them. I also have a link on there for the Gifted Girl Podcast Facebook page. I feel like I'm missing a link. I think I have 4. That was 4. Yes. Financial coaching, podcast freebies, Facebook page. Okay, there's one that I'm missing. And right now I can't think of what it is, but it's on my Linktree. It's late. I'm tired. So I'm a little scatterbrained right now. Challenge for this week. I told you I'm a little scatterbrained right now. Challenge for this week. I challenge you all to make, of course, some goals that you want to accomplish for yourself regarding your finances. If you want to start investing, if you want to start a life insurance policy to make sure that you are properly covered in the case of an incident, God forbid. If you want to pay down some debts, if you want to start saving more money, if you want to save for a specific reason, if you want to budget more efficiently and more effectively, make goals for your finances for this month and the months thereafter. Start it this month. If you haven't already, start it this month and then the months thereafter. With the Black-owned businesses that I'll be recommending for this month's episodes, some of them will be, stores, retail stores, bookstores. Some will be yoga studios or personal trainers. And then there will also be those that are geared towards finances. Whether they are podcasts that talk about finances or talk about real estate or talk about investing, books that do the same, things of that nature. So like I said, because this month we're going to focus on finances. So we're going to focus on finances and Black-owned businesses for Black History Month. So those will be the types of recommendations that I give you all. I will, do my research and go through and find different Black-owned businesses to recommend to you, and it will be a plethora of them in a bunch of different genres and a bunch of different industries that you all can use and apply for yourself. But a lot of them, most of them will be regarding financial health and wellness, because we are talking about finances for the month of February. Whew. I think I got everything. I'm like looking at my notes right now, trying to make sure that I have everything that I needed. In your goals, I want you all, once you write down your goals and think about them, I want you to write this down, where your goals are. Don't lose my passion. That's what you need to write. Don't lose my passion. A lot of things that we either never start or never finish, it's because somewhere along the way we lost our passion for it. And there's a lot of reasons why. Life is rough, okay? So sometimes we will lose our passion for something, whether it be passion for our family or our friends or our finances or work. It happens. And, it can be a struggle sometimes to keep hold of that passion. But don't lose it. Keep fighting for whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Keep that passion alive, because that's your motivator. That's going to be the reason why you finish whatever goals you have, why you accomplish them. Your passion. Once you lose that passion, it's gone. Well, the passion isn't gone, but for that time being, whatever goal you had, it's gone. It becomes pointless or irrelevant to you. So no matter what, don't lose your passion. Fight to keep your passion alive. Even when it looks like everything is going wrong. Fight for your passion. If there's something that you were supposed to do in previous years, and either you started it and didn't finish, or you never finished it, or you never started it, reclaim that passion. You can reclaim your passion and say, no, I didn't finish this before, or I didn't start this before, but I'm going to do it now. So when you're done writing down all of your goals and you've thought about them and you've devised a plan for those goals and when you're going to achieve them and, everything in that nature, write that down. I will not lose my passion. I will also be creating a printable for the goals for the challenge for this week. So look out for that on the link that's in my Instagram bio. And I will, once I get that finished up, I will go ahead and post that and make it available to you all. Until then, I look forward to seeing you all back listening to another episode, and I cannot wait for what the month of February has in store for us. Peace.